Hello everybody and welcome to Fascination Street. This week we are having no guests on. I am your co-host Mika Pearson and your host Jimmy Pearson.
Hello there.
Now what we're going to do today is we're going to do an Ask Me Anything show. This could be like one of the most shortest ever shows we've ever done. That could be around about maybe 10 minutes, or it can be like the longest show. So let's get on with it. Now we just hit it away with questions.
How was your week?
Yeah.
Is that one of the questions, or is that...
I just thought I'd get the ball rolling.
My week was fantabulous.
Let's move the camera over a little bit.
Same old skill.
Yeah, but you've done really, really well this week. You got lots of certificates and that, didn't you?
Yeah, I did.
So loads of like commendations and awards for like really, really good.
I have a question for you. How was your week?
Great.
Come on, give a description.
I done a lot of sleeping. I done a lot of waking. I done a lot of working. I drank coffee. I didn't drink coffee. Then I drank some water. Then I didn't drink that water. Then I drank some more coffee. Then I went to sleep. No, it was all right. It was a standard week. Yeah, been mostly either at sea or at home. So yeah, it's been an all right week. I mean, it's not right up there with like the birth of like my child or anything like that, but it's just been a normal week.
Dougie, how's your week? Okay, that was a good week then. Right, so moving on, we have finally our fan artwork that we have been waiting for. This artwork is not sponsored, but it's done by Harrison Pitchford. Now, Harrison Pitchford is one of my friends at school, and he said it's for me to colour in. And I was not going to colour it in because Fascination Street. And what we're going to do is we're going to hopefully kind of frame it around here. Right.
All around there.
Or around there.
Or over there.
Or over there.
Up there.
Up there or up there.
The main thing for you to take away from this is it will be in a frame somewhere. And it will be hung. In the lounge. Not in the loo or anything like that.
Our first bit of fan art.
So yeah, we've had our first bit of fan art. We like fan stuff.
Yeah, we do.
Fan stuff is cool. So if you make, gold jewellery or things out of like £50 notes, anything like that, then Sarah will no doubt take them off you quite happily.
Okay, moving on.
It's going to be one of those
on
nights.
Tonight's show, Dad tells jokes.
Mika laughs, and Sarah looks at us unapprovingly.
Standard night then.
So we thought we wouldn't do a guest tonight because we used to do an Ask Me Anything show when we first done a podcast. We done an Ask Me Anything show when we used to have the old format on Facebook, and we thought it'd be really nice to do one on YouTube because we've got a few new members, and there may also be things about us that you don't really know that you would really like to know. And it can be within reason anything. But remember, there is a small child sat here, so there are some things we won't
You
get
can
into.
ask me how's my experiences and all of that. That's fine. And you can ask how Daddy's experiences were.
But it's all down to you.
Yes.
We need crowd participation tonight.
So, does anyone want to know? Now, Mummy, what's in the chat room?
Oh, we haven't introduced Mummy.
Okay.
Hi all.
That is Sarah Pearson, our producer.
It certainly is.
Right.
I'm waiting for your questions, guys.
And Sarah is also open to questions tonight as well. Oh, yeah.
And also Dougie.
And
I don't think we'll get much out of Dougie, seeing as his eyes are in the back of his head.
Hello. There he is.
Hello.
Fascination Street dog.
Hello.
He's waving.
Okay, right. This is started out really weird.
It's not a good start, is it?
No.
No.
Okay.
Oh,
Be better.
we've got a question.
Yes, we have. We have Kelly.
Kelly, who's Kelly?
Don't know who she is.
What did Jimmy name his guitar?
Still ongoing. Still ongoing.
It is at the moment.
It's a toss up between Shruti and Peter at the moment.
And I named mine Straight Up Radar.
Wasn't about you.
Embarrassing. Come on.
So no, it's an ongoing concern at the moment, the name of Jimbo's guitar. So it will be released soon. We're having good fun with them, aren't we?
Yeah. They're right over here in our beautiful corner.
No, let's not get them all out because you're going to have to unbag them. And,
the horror.
Okay.
Okay.
We have another question.
Another question from
Dexter.
Who's Dexter?
Don't know who he is.
How do you feel the show has changed since the begin as a podcast?
Okay, right. I can straight away tell you up there. It has changed because we always used to use mics, and Daddy always used to have the mic on. That's my dad right there.
Hello there.
And we never was able to see people, or people were never able to see us. We were able to take breaks.
And we were never able to do interviews neither.
And we were never able to do it. But then as the months went on, we found out about Facebook again. Then we started to do Facebook again. And then we found a person called Kelly Farmer.
Never heard of her.
No, I've heard of her once or twice. Mm-hmm. And she became our bestest friend. And here we are, that Kelly Farmer, whoever she is, has set us up, and we are away. But
how do you feel that we've kind of got, because it has, it's been so quick as well, the transition.
Yeah, it's been a hectic year with all the changes and what I've been learning. And
also the thing as well is when we were doing the podcast, we did genuinely do a lot of research. There was a lot of time spent doing research, wasn't there?
There was so many researchings we had to do.
I mean, each show was probably no less than maybe 5 or 6 bits of A4 paper, all scribbled notes and trying to remember how to put them in. And then sometimes when you start off, it wasn't how you wanted it to go. And Sarah sometimes had some very colourful language emanating from our bedroom where I just could not get the start of it right. Yeah. And there'd be times where there'd be 5, 6 attempts. Throw a few things around the bedroom, smash a few vases, all the big ones. And then
we forgot to do something, didn't we?
No.
We forgot to do something.
No.
Right. So, what happened was yeah, we forgot a bit. We forgot something. What happened was the other day I got these, and they are in a little sip. Look, all of those.
What's up, Doug?
And if any of you guys out there that really like them, that's totally cool. Right.
Personalise them.
Yeah.
Right. Right, we've got Nana's in the chat room.
Never heard of her.
No, I never heard of her.
Nana, is that my mum?
Yep.
Hello, mum.
Hi, Nan.
Okay, so have you finished with that answer?
Yes.
No.
Carry on then.
Oh, wait, what?
Is it already carry on?
Yeah.
You haven't got anything else you want to dive in?
No.
Yeah, so going from like the research point of view, and I learned so much doing the podcasts and everything, and I really do miss doing them. And I do know that some point soon, Kelly and I are planning on going back to doing a podcast together. Excuse me. So yeah, a lot more research, and yeah, very, very much harder. And then being able to kind of combine it with then going to video on Facebook, that was pretty cool.
Yeah, that was brilliant.
And again, there was still a lot of scripting because there is a lot of work that goes into these, even though you don't see the side of it. You don't kind of getting the people on, making the arrangements and stuff like that, which is where Kelly has really been an absolute godsend for us because we can do a lot of what we do without Kelly. She helps connect all the bits and pieces, and yeah, she is such a massive part of the show. And again, you don't see that bit of it as well.
Like Kelly's our bestest friend. She'll never leave our side.
No.
Seriously.
No, I mean like about 5 past the hour before we go online and start doing the show, we are there with her. We're doing tech checks with people. She's connecting us with those and things like that. So yeah, we couldn't do what we do without Kelly. So that's really important. And we've now got to a point where we don't need to script the show anymore.
No, we just wing it. And hopefully
it's a bit more than that.
Yeah.
You wing it. Mummy and Daddy do all the work.
Oh. And how do you feel it's gone?
It's completely different. Completely different. I mean, the research is still just as intense. It's still just as fun, and it's nice that I've actually been able to join in as well. Help out.
Yeah, you've been the chat master because we can't see it on our screen.
And producer. And she's also a standby host as well.
I am.
Oh, wait, really?
Jimmy was actually 40 minutes late getting off the boat today due to high winds and storms coming in. So there may be times where I have to step in as he may not be home in time. And that's part and parcel of being on the boats. So we have to be prepared for that. So there's always preparation that if it does come, then that's what will happen. So be prepared, guys. You may see my face more often.
How do you feel about the way things have changed, like with regards to obviously not having that first sort of like initial kind of thing with us, but then obviously being catapulted into doing like the production side and the question side and all that?
Well, it's nice that we're able to do it as a family.
Yeah.
That's the biggest thing, is being able to do all of this as a family and knowing that everyone out there is actually supporting us all the way.
Yeah.
Each and every one of us. And that's such a big thing.
It is. The same people every week that come take time out, and especially like the fact we're all in like different countries, different time zones and things like that as well.
Absolutely.
So yeah, it's a big thing for the audience as well. So thank you very much for all the support and that as well.
And that's from all 3 of us.
Yep. Right, spinning round. Raw. Okay, so what else you got for us, Sarah?
Okay, Kenny. Favourite candy, all 3 of us.
Candy floss.
So favourite sweet, favourite chocolate, favourite whatever.
Candy floss.
Okay.
Jelly babies.
And jelly babies.
Flying saucers.
Oh,
God, here we
yeah,
go.
you love those flying saucers.
I do have a thing for flying saucers. They're actually sugar paper with sugar sherbet inside.
Mm.
And
I love the flying saucers.
I can eat pots of them. It's no problem.
So every week we have to go and get Mummy some flying saucers.
And she doesn't eat one or two. We're talking handfuls.
Yeah, but they
absolute
are
handfuls.
quite big. I mean, they're not small things. They just dissolve in your mouth.
Any more questions?
Yeah.
That's my excuse, and I'm sticking with it.
Todd
Varner.
Hey, Todd. How are you, buddy? Thank you for joining us.
Have any of you had a UFO experience?
Yes.
What, you've seen a UFO?
No, but I've seen one in my dream. Yes. Yes.
Mika's had an experience with the Sandia mountain crew. Actually came to him in a dream.
If you want me, I can tell the story again. I don't mind to do that again.
Go on then.
Tell the story. It's your story.
Okay, so what happened was I was in bed, obviously, sleeping. And then just weirdly, I was having a really good dream. You know, normally, and then just suddenly everything goes dark in my head. And I go, what? And then there's freaking Peter on radar jumping around, saying nothing. And then just disappear with a flash of light, and that's it. And it was really weird.
It was party, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Party in your bedroom, didn't you, with angels and airwaves? Mika always goes to sleep with music on through the week. So a school night he has music, and of a weekend he's allowed TV. So it was a weeknight, so he had angels and airwaves playing.
There you go.
He woke up to actually tell us the entire dream, and exactly as he said. But Radar and Peter were jumping on his bed to wake him up. So then they ended up having a bit of a party to the music, bit of a dance, bit of a jump about on his bed. And then he said, just as he was waking, he saw a flash of light, and everything just went back to the way it was. Mika also has a night light on, so he can see where he's going. So it wasn't as if in his bedroom, he has blinds and blackout curtains. So it must have been one big flash for him to see that. And he remembered every part of the dream. Okay. And when we spoke with Sue from the Sandia Mountain crew, she confirmed it and said that Radar and Peter thought, because of him being so young, rather than turning up while he's awake, they would put it in a dream. So they visited him in his dreams.
To basically make it more easier for me.
Exactly.
And what about you? Any UFO experiences, Sarah?
We've been out the back, me and Jim, and we have seen something go over the top of us. We checked satellite systems. There was no satellites going over us at the time. It was going too fast for a satellite, and it was too bright to be a satellite. So that was our experience in the garden.
And I've had another two experiences. Going down to work at probably just gone 5 a.m. in the morning. Both times I video called Sarah, and I got down to a main dual carriageway by where we live. And again, there was something going over, and it was so bright. And I video called Sarah, and kind of got my camera up so she could see it, and even she could see it and see it moving. And again, that was the next one. And then again, there was another one that I actually took video footage of on the way to work, and I'd watched it, and it'd been moving really slowly for about 10 minutes, and then it just powered up, but then carried on just moving really slowly. It was so bizarre, really, really bizarre. So yeah, there you go. That's our experiences.
Okay. Nanny has asked, what did Sarah say about the guitars? Yeah, thanks, Mum. Appreciate it.
She was happy.
Party time!
She was happy.
She loves them.
On to the next question.
It was good, Mum. We have been playing them every day. Today's the only day I haven't because obviously Zip was late, but Mika was playing.
Pat.
Pat, who's Pat? Never heard of her.
No.
Her.
Will you be coming to the USA this year?
Won't be this year, Pat.
Maybe next year.
We're hoping for maybe next year, as long as we can get everything up and running. Because getting our platform together with Kelly and up and running is our main priority at the moment, and that's going to take up all the time that we've got. I mean, we've got a little bit of time for the main one in Manchester, which Lizzie, Dex, and Kelly are coming over for. There is also a spare room as well if you want to come over to the UK for that one, Pat. But yeah, no, at the moment, all of our time is dedicated to getting our thing up and running for sure.
Next one.
Okay, I'm just going through.
Is that it?
No, not
Are we
at the
finished?
moment.
Okay, run credits. Let's go.
Okay. Nanny has asked, what have you learned?
Oh, good question, Mum.
Learned? What kind?
Anything. What have you learned?
That I should not be afraid of what's coming up.
Yeah, no.
So like I said with Sabrina, I can just feel something coming up and I'm just like, I'm not going to be afraid now. I know it's not going to be bad. I know it's going to be good. I just have that feeling.
And for you, Sarah?
Wow, learned so much. So much. Sorry, I'm still going through the chat room and unfortunately I'm trying to make sure that I don't miss anyone's
I'll
questions.
go back to me until you're ready.
Do. Yeah.
Yeah, again, so much I've learned. And it's the same as we always say, just because something is improbable, it doesn't make it impossible. And having a show like ours that we do as a family, or the show that we do with our extended family, Kelly, it's a blessing. It really, really is, because while we've been doing it, we have had the opportunity to speak to some of the most fascinating people and listen to their stories. And it makes no difference what you think of that person. Their story is their story. That's their testimony. That's either their life, whether or not it's a fabrication of truth, whether or not it's something else. It's their story. And that's the main thing to take away from it. And I think we've been very, very lucky with the guests that we've had and the people that we've got to know through doing this. Yeah, I mean, we've met some of the most loveliest, genuinest people, and their stories have been absolutely out of this world. Literally out of this world for some of them.
Yeah, Eric's one of the best ones.
Eric, we've always loved the Eric one for sure. But yeah, that's one of the main things that I've learned. Just because something is improbable, it doesn't make it impossible, and that's the big one for me for sure. Right, are you ready?
Yeah.
Right, okay. So let's see what Sarah's learned, everyone.
Wow, some of the experiences have been absolutely incredible, and how people deal with some things is truly inspiring. And to be able to speak with us about it and know that it's going to be put out there is amazing, and we cannot thank you enough. We can't thank you enough for all your comments, your love, your support, and some of the friends we've made are friends for life, and that you can't get anywhere. So thank you.
There you go. That was pretty heartfelt, wasn't it?
Okay, so we don't want to ask Dougie because he's just going to go.
Dougie's asleep.
Woof.
Right. So what else you got, Sarah?
Dexter.
Never heard of it.
Here we go.
What was your highlight of 2018?
Wow.
Experiences. There's mine. Straight up. Actually, no. 2018.
So last year.
Christmas and presents don't count.
Oh no.
Now, what was your best part? What was your best thing about last year? Is that to do with the show, Dex, or just in general?
I'm
I
thinking
don't
just
suppose
in
you get the chat, but just go with anything.
Okay.
going to London. Going to London.
Okay. And show-wise?
Experiences.
Okay.
Yours?
My highlight, I think, was probably realising what I wanted to do and getting the show up and running. That was my highlight, because once you get something going and you start getting feedback from people with regards to that's really good or well done, or people that didn't quite believe in you and didn't think you'd be able to do it, and you managed to prove them wrong, that for me was the big one, because I even doubted myself getting this up and running. I doubted. Excuse me. I'm still trying to get over last week's cough. Yeah, I even doubted myself. Sarah even doubted me, which I don't blame, because I've had some pretty mad ideas in the past.
We all know that.
So to get everything up and running, yeah, was definitely the highlight of my year for sure.
Mummy, your highlight?
I think it's the transition that you have between podcast to YouTube.
That was. Is that it?
That was the highlight.
That was a big
Yours?
highlight. Yeah.
Was that yours as well?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Pat has asked, how much ink does Jimmy have, and will he be getting more?
Ink.
I would love more.
Ink.
Tattoos.
I've got 9 tattoos in total.
Oh my God, chill out. Tattoos, bro.
I know. Yeah, I would. I'd absolutely love more. I've got something that I'd love to have on my arm here, and it's partly one of Eric Stitt's paintings, which is the small Zeta meditating, and I'd love to have kind of a bit more of a cosmic thing around it.
And I really want Daddy to get a tattoo on his back saying Fascination Street.
There we go. So yeah, that's me. That's it. But yeah, tattoos. I do like ink, but the thing is, in the UK, I mean, they're so expensive. It's unreal.
Oh, like £20.
More than
No,
that.
more than that.
50.
No, more than that.
100.
You're getting there.
110.
I mean, I only have 2.
True story, bro.
Daddy got his back at 1994.
No, that was done when you were little.
Yeah, that was a couple of months after you.
Oh
were
yeah,
born.
show them.
And
Show them
we
the
actually
beautiful
have matching.
They have
we're
the
not going to be able to do this, sir.
Hang on.
Let's try and.
The matching Mika with some diamonds on them.
Yep.
It's beautiful.
So yes, we have matching ink.
So yeah, we have matching ink. Sarah's a little bit smaller than mine, but you know, it's not all about size, right, guys? Okay.
You keep telling yourself that.
That's all I got.
Jeff has asked, what is smoking in the background? We have a joss stick going.
Incense.
We do.
Incense, which is something that our little boy brought us back from his day out with his friend a couple of weeks ago.
We always have incense burning whenever we do a show. It's an important part of us doing our show. We have little rituals that we like to do that you don't see. Kelly does.
Mika usually chooses what incense we have.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mika chooses it, lights it up, and yeah. So we always like to have a little bit of incense while we're doing a show.
That's like £3.50 for that incense, but there's 40 in there.
Hey, Douglas.
What do you think of the incense, Doug?
Okay, let's go. Let's find another question.
There we go. Look, Dougie's joined us.
Mark has asked,
Yep.
when are you guys posting a Forza video on Mika's channel?
Damn.
Chest.
When
would you like one posted?
If it's tomorrow.
Can't do tomorrow because Daddy's at work.
And also, we need to know what type of Forza do you want? Do you want the new Forza Horizon, or do you want circuit racing?
Well, we've got to wait for an answer.
That's all right. Did you watch the Grand Tour one, Mark? And did you enjoy it?
Man, the Grand Tour one, I enjoyed like so much.
I know, but I had to disappear and make an important phone call, so I couldn't get stuck.
Yeah,
into
with
it,
our
so
good old friend Sue.
That's right. You're right, man.
Yeah, I'm good. You know, look, I could have had Dougie right there.
Dougie just wants to be here, don't you, mate? Yeah.
Seriously, I've got to do your hair tomorrow. Look at it.
Cuddle pup.
If you want to know, guys, I'm the one that always does Dougie's hair in this family. We always stroke it backwards. But then, like, tomorrow, his hair's all sticking up.
Okay, Nanny has put, you've also met some wonderful people, some amazing stories about their lives.
Yep.
So true, Mum. So true.
That's right, Mum. Absolutely.
That's so right, Nanny.
Okay, Frankie.
Yeah.
Do we not get an answer from Mark?
Oh,
both, please.
Okay.
I've started the Grand Tour.
You started watching the Grand Tour game? Or that was the
No, I
first
think he's actually started playing the Grand Tour game.
Oh, right. Okay, yeah. Such a good game. Really, really enjoyed that. It's very arcade-wise and very cool.
It is. The buttons are so hard on it.
So if you see Elaine and Robin Pearson in the chat room, that's my mum.
And that's my
She
nanny.
is the creator of a legend and also the grandmother of an awesome kid. And Sarah's mother-in-law. Awesome mother-in-law.
Awesome mother-in-law. The best mother-in-law someone could have.
Right, okay. So next question was from Frankie, yeah?
Yeah, Frankie.
Right.
Mika, what do you want to do when you're older? Oh, sorry. Mark is actually watching the Grand Tour video.
All right, cool. Not at the same time as watching us, I hope.
Some men can multitask, you know.
No, they can't. It's a fallacy.
What would I want to do when I'm older? Now, I really wanted to be a train driver, but now I'm actually changing my mind to carry on Fascination Street.
Anything else?
And if I don't, well, also I want to try and be a teacher because of my maths.
You like maths, don't you? You like
literacy. I'll be going like.
Nanny's there to look after Nana.
When you grow up, you can look after Nana. I think we got that one covered. You're all right, Mum. You'll be looked after
by this handsome boy and that
lady.
Gorgeous girl and
that lady
dog. Beautiful dog and this beautiful mind.
I haven't decided what I want to be when I grow up. I wanted to be a fire engine, but apparently that's unrealistic. So I've got to kind of realign like my career path.
I want to be a dog when I'm older.
Good, go for it.
No, I want to be a unicorn.
Live that dream.
Yes.
Live that dream. Everyone knows unicorns are just horny horses.
Done.
Okay, Jeanette. Who do you guys not resonate with and why?
Right.
What does resonate mean?
Resonate means like, you know, like all the guests like Jimmy Church has and people like that. Is there anyone that like any of the guests or anything like that that you don't really feel like drawn to or anything? Or is there anyone out there that you have like a bit of a problem with, like when it comes to like the UFO ufology field? Or
I don't really want to say their name, but
well, don't do it then. You're getting anxious. You're pulling on your shirt. I can see that.
No. Right. I will say it.
Who's your least favourite person?
Joy Jackson.
No, in the internet.
Sorry.
As in, like, you know, people like, for example, like Nick Pope, or I know, like, you love Nick Pope, but those kinds of people, or are you not?
Oh. None. Hang on. I have it. It is definitely. I know their name, but I can't say it.
Don't think. What does he look like? Is it he? Is it she?
It is a he.
Right, let's have a game of guess who. Does he wear glasses?
Yes.
Does he have hair?
Kind of.
Is it blonde?
No.
Is it black?
What the hair colour?
Do they have a dinosaur on their t-shirt?
Yes.
Wow.
You know who that's coming
I haven't got a clue.
To.
I haven't got a clue.
One more.
No.
Jim.
For me, I don't know. Again, everyone always brings something to the table. And just because you don't particularly resonate with certain bits and pieces, you don't. I mean, I do genuinely struggle a little bit with David Wilcock. Just a little bit I struggle with, not because I have anything personal against the guy, not for any reason or anything. I mean, I will listen to David Wilcock without a doubt. But sometimes everything always seems to be, this is coming, that's coming, this is coming.
And you're just like, seriously?
Yeah, I mean, I haven't been in the community as long as probably most of you guys and girls have been. But it just seems, I don't know, I just struggle to resonate with him. Again, you know, I've got no problem sitting and listening with him, but there's just that connect. But you listen to someone like Nick Redfern, or you listen to so I'm even running out of names to think of now.
Guess who?
Oh no, not again. Yeah, so I think I struggle the most with David Wilcock. So yeah, what about you?
Very similar, David Wilcock,
Mm-hmm.
but also in a way Corey Good. I have a little bit of trouble with. Just some of the things he says.
That's what I was trying to do.
There's bits and pieces.
I missed out.
Where there's other bits that I'm okay, yeah, that's good. There's some bits that I just.
I mean, I don't disbelieve the stories. I don't disbelieve anything like that at all. But sometimes it's kind of the same kind of thing. You're just waiting. You
There's
know,
always something coming.
This is coming. This is coming. Or, oh, I've only just remembered that bit there. And, you know, if you have them, brilliant. But I just don't resonate at that frequency. So, you know, I'm not saying for a second I dislike them, I hate them, or anything like that. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying I struggle just to resonate with them.
Exactly.
So there you go. That's my answer to that one.
Okay, let's flip it because I actually missed a question which Dex has let me know. Thank you, Dex.
Ooh.
Let's flip it. Who are some of your favourite researchers in the community?
Kelly.
Yeah, Kelly, because she does a lot of research that people don't understand or know about or see. Without a doubt, Kelly does put a lot of time, effort, and work in.
Mummy.
Your mum's not a researcher.
No, Mum's opinion.
One of my favourite is Linda Moulton Howe.
Yep. See, I love Linda. I love John D'Souza.
Yeah. Richard Dolan.
I hate being put on the spot like this.
Richard Dolan.
So I really can't think right now because I know, like, in 5 minutes' time, I'm going to be answering another question and be like,
Next.
Yeah. Jason McClellan. He is massively, massively unknown unless you watched Hangar One. But I've managed to develop quite a rapport with him over the last sort of like couple of years through over the last year or so through Twitter. And he is a guy well worth watching and following without a doubt. And I'm really, really glad that we've got him as a guest in March as part of our disclosure month. Who else? Who else do I read? This is going to be so horrible because I'm going to be like, why didn't I say that?
Right, how about we just move on?
Yeah, we should.
Yes.
Okay.
Next. Hammer. Bang.
How much I fall?
What about Laura Eisenhower? Susie's just come in and said.
Yeah, Laura Eisenhower, we do like her.
Yeah, Richard Bleeping Dolan.
Yep.
David Wilcock gets a bit techie, hard to follow.
That's it. That's exactly it.
A good portion of the time. That's from Tinette.
Yep. That's what I'm saying. I'm not criticising him. I'm not putting him down. Just saying that sometimes you've heard it before and it gets techie without a doubt. So yeah, that's exactly why I don't resonate with it.
Susie also made the point she listens to the message and less to the stories. Marcus said, I don't resonate with anyone who won't relate information so they can sell a book.
That's fair. That's fair.
Very fair.
Yeah. And there's only so many times you can hear, well, you know, I've got to pay for this, I've got to pay for that, because at the end of the day, if you've got a message and you're getting your message out there free, then everyone will want you at their conference and that anyway. So sometimes it's speculation to accumulate, isn't it? I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong on that. I don't know. But
right. Next.
That's it for the matter. I'm just going to put out there any more questions. Any more questions, guys? Put them in the chat, please. Look,
nearly 45 minutes for a show. That's brilliant.
I know.
Well done, everyone. Early night.
We've got through some of the questions very quickly.
Is there any for me? Is there any for Dad? Is there any for Mum? Is there any for Doug?
Any questions at all?
See, Dougie can answer with...
I can throw one out. What does everyone think of that new UFO footage that's come out?
I haven't watched that just yet.
Have you not? Have you seen it?
Don't spoil it.
No? It's the one... It was downstairs and I showed you it. The one that come out of the hills.
Yes. Yes.
Well, they done a debunk on it.
Did they?
And they can't debunk it. It's travelling at like 9,000 miles an hour.
Whoa! 9,000?
Mm. And I posted the findings in the Jimmy Church group earlier on. It was very, very cool.
Yeah, but you can't expect like a little saucer going beep, beep.
Sorry about it. No, it's just the way that the thing is you haven't seen it yet. And when you see it, it comes straight out of like a corner like that, and then kind of it's on its side, and then kind of levels out, and then just shoots past this drone that's flying.
So it's like Roadrunner. Meep, meep.
Yeah, but in the air at 9,000 miles an hour and silver.
How fast does Roadrunner go?
But the thing is, though, is the footage was taken not far away from Area 51.
Now that is suspicious. Now that.
Mm.
Oh God! He could
let you know, your friend who done the picture for us, Harrison, is in the chat room.
Hi, Harrison.
Hey, Harrison.
Okay, a question from Kelly.
Hey.
What is a subject you want to learn more about?
I love how Mum just didn't listen to you.
Yeah, it's called marriage.
Marriage.
Could have that one. Right. So, subject you'd like to learn more about. Is that within the fringe community, I'm assuming, yeah?
I know. I want to learn about more my dad.
When you get older, then I'm sure you'll understand a lot more about your dad.
I want to understand more about mummy.
Yeah, that would be like more.
Yeah, that's a lost cause.
Can I say about the film?
So, what would you like to learn more about with regards to the fringe community?
Why everyone's arguing. That's why I want to learn.
What? Why everyone argues in the fringe community?
Yeah, like no, but like friends. For example, me and Kel, me and you, and we're arguing about stuff, and we believe in the same thing.
Yep.
And we're arguing. That argument is never going to stop.
Right.
So it's better to work together.
Yeah.
Than it is to argue.
Now that's a word.
You see, that's something that we've always tried to achieve with working with like our friends, like Kelly and I with the project and everything we're trying to get up and running. I mean, we appreciate and identify the fact that there is a lot of that there. So it makes more sense to work with each other when you're all striving for the same common goal. And you're not always going to see eye to eye with everyone.
No.
But being a grown up about stuff, you learn to work through your differences. I mean, I'm sure there's people out there in the chat room that don't always resonate with what we say, or they don't agree with some of the outlooks or views that we've put forward. But again, you know, they've said it or they've made it clear. But that's it. That's over and done with. We move on.
Once that's done, the argument's done.
Yeah. And sadly, there's some people in the world, and you'll learn this when you get older. In fact, you may even know or see it at school. There are some people that just can't let go.
Yeah.
Of an argument or.
As me and Harrison know, yeah.
Or feel the need to keep being horrible because that's just the way they are, and they have to be seen to be the one whose view is the one, the only, and the correct one. You know? Whereas, like, with me, I mean, you know, if I'm at home, if ever I make a mistake...
You always say, oh, I'm sorry, I will sort it out.
I'm the first one to apologise.
Not, oh, I won't sort it out.
Yeah. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to do this and I'm going to... Yeah, I'm just not that way inclined. I'm not made that way. And then
people are going to go, why? Why are you arguing about one little thing?
Yeah, but again, it's because people think that their opinion is always right, and it's not. So yeah, so that's what you want to sort out. You want to sort out why everyone's like that and why we can't all work together. That's fair.
Like, there's always fighting and killing in this world. Why can't it just be a happy, peaceful world? Not just everywhere. You know, just calm and relaxing world. Yeah. You know, you walk up to a stranger, they don't like be naughty to you. You want to go up to a stranger and say, "Hi, how was your day today?"
Yeah, you know I get that. Right, for me, I'd like to learn more about the Native American UFO connection, because I know I've mentioned it 1,000,001 times and it must sound like a broken old record by now. But to now, that is one of the most interesting subjects that I have studied during my time of doing shows and podcasts. So yeah, I'd like to know more about that, or possibly other ancient civilizations and their connection to star beings, star people.
Absolutely, the ancient civilization.
I'm really having troubles talking here. Every time I talk, I want to cough.
The ancient civilization, especially with
let me move
with
that
things like the buildings of certain places. You know, actually like Egypt, stuff like that. How things are built and how it can be in the transcript that are in the pyramids, where you see certain things that look like, whether it be a helicopter, whether it be looks like a UFO, to actually learn more about that and understand more. Wow. But maybe that's something we'll never know. Who knows?
Right. Is that you done? Awesome. So there we go. There's that one. So I really am struggling at the moment to speak.
Probably because you just got over like the biggest cold.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
you've
that
just
was.
spreaded it to me.
Well, it's not because you're still talking. I actually lost my voice. That was horrible. Didn't like that.
Okay.
Yep.
John.
John.
Ever seen any ghosts?
Yes.
I can actually say, hand on heart, none that I've actually known of.
What have you seen?
People standing in a room, remember? 8 figures.
Yeah, they're not like proper ghosties. Like proper
Yeah, but they're
ghosties.
half. You know what I mean?
I've had paranormal experience, but I've never seen anything that I could definitively say was a ghost. I was out fishing with my dad. We was doing an overnight fish not far from here, and it was like about 2:30 in the morning, and we could hear like this little girl like doing a lullaby, like, la 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 la, and it was really weird. I thought it was my dad, so I was like, "Dad, stop it!" And he was like, "It's not me." I was like, "Well, it's only me and you here. It's got to be you." But and then a little while later, it carried on, and I was like, "Look, just stop it. You're not freaking me out. It's only me and you here. Just don't." So then a little while later, starts again, and I'm like, "Dad, just stop it." And he starts talking to me, and it's still going on. And he thought it was me. I thought it was him. So we've kind of looked round. There's no one else anywhere near this beach where me and my dad are. And there's like a little seawall behind us. So we dive up there to have a look round and we hear this giggle and then nothing for the rest of the night. That's pretty freaky. I did not enjoy that, did not like that. And it's not something I'd like to hear again.
It's just like one of those top 5 things where you hear stuff.
Yeah. But it's yeah, that was really unpleasant to hear a little girl at stupid o'clock in the morning in like the middle of this beach, which is miles from anywhere, and yeah, didn't like that.
Must have felt horrible for you.
It was really, really scary, Mika. I won't lie. It really put like the fear into me.
Oh, that's made me get some fear.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Jeanette, who's your favourite fans? And then she's put, just kidding. We know it's us. It is. It's all of you. We can't pick one out.
My biggest fan is Mika.
My biggest fan is Daddy. Dougie's biggest fan is Mummy. And then Mummy's biggest fan is Dougie.
Oh, that is so true. We don't. We love you all very, very much all the same.
Yeah.
We really do. Because again, you know, you're what make our show. And like shows like this, we love doing it. We really, really do.
Yeah, we do. Just sitting here.
What you got? What you got?
Pat, favourite crystal?
I don't know any crystal names. So
You do. But my favourite crystal. It's a tough one, Pat.
what are they? Oh,
I love the Auralite 23, but I
what's the one
don't
that
have
I
any
got you?
as yet. You got me. You got me some jade.
No, the blue one.
Oh, sodalite.
Yeah, what happened was Daddy lost his
On the
sodalite.
table.
Yeah. Lost his sodalite and he was just like, I really need a new one. And he kept on going on for weeks and weeks. And I was like, Mum, we've got to sort something out. So what we did was we went over to Deal to go and get some crystals. And straight away, I went over to the sodalites and I just touched one. I was like, I can just feel Dad. And then I touched another one. I couldn't feel nothing on another one. But then the next one, I could just feel me. So it's like, there you go, Dad. And he said, oh, thanks. So I got my one. And then that's what happened. It was beautiful.
Good. Susie Q.
Susie.
When will you take Mika to Stonehenge?
Ooh.
We do plan to.
Yeah.
We do plan to.
Lots of history there.
Yeah.
That's somewhere, as well as Rendlesham as well. We want to take him to.
And Glastonbury. We want
Glastonbury,
want to take him to Glastonbury.
Because we went to Glastonbury for one of our wedding anniversaries, and it was absolutely magical. The history, it was absolutely beautiful. You could feel the history, especially when we went to the Abbey.
Yeah, Glastonbury Abbey.
Glastonbury Abbey. Oh my goodness, it was amazing, truly amazing. So that's definitely 3 places we do want to take him. So yeah, they are on our to-do list. It's something that we've got to plan. Like this year we've got Manchester, so maybe we'll get to do one maybe next year. It's difficult for us to plan, but we'll get there. We will get there.
All right. We're back in the room with the camera moving all over the place. I love this tripod, but it does not like me.
Okay. K28.
K28.
What do you think the age of Göbekli Tepe is?
Göbekli Tepe.
Göbekli Tepe. What do you mean when it talks about?
I can't answer that one.
Yeah. I would go with extremely older than probably they've said. I mean, what they dated at about 12,000 years old. So I reckon it's got to be a good. I'll go middle ground 14. I reckon about 14,000, 15 max years old. Yeah, I'll go with that because the thing is like with Egypt and stuff like that. I mean, I still believe the pyramids are a lot older than they say they are.
Yeah, I thought they were actually made from UFOs. The size of them, they would take like jet.
It would take a long time to build, wouldn't they?
They would take like at least 20 years to build.
And it's like when you look at places like Göbekli Tepe, Stonehenge, and stuff like that. I mean, yet there's been so much study into Stonehenge, but nothing definitive.
No.
Same with the pyramids as well. Again, a lot of study, but nothing definitive. So
the pyramids are the weirdest things about the Egyptians. Everyone.
Do you think we'll ever find out?
Well, we know that the Egyptians were like, they were made around aliens because pretty much every picture represents a kind of alien thing. Even the circles, some of the circles, the crop circles, there you go. The crop circles in the sky on the floor, they're all represented to aliens.
Are you going all Giorgio Tsoukalos on us? I'm not saying it's aliens, but it's aliens. Aliens, dude.
We'll have to go through this after the show.
It's a me. Yeah, I mean, when you look at sort of like certain Egyptian like pharaohs and things like that. I mean, you know, you've got like the heads of birds, kestrels, eagles. You've got reptilian heads. You've got all sorts going on. So there was a lot more going on back then than I think we'll ever find out.
Man, we'll never find out what the Egyptians were hiding from
And I
us.
don't think we will ever find out the true age of Göbekli Tepe neither, because of the simple fact that they would have to rewrite the whole of history, and that to them would be a total butthurt. And again, I think it's the same with like the pyramids. I think they probably know, but they won't ever tell us because it's number one, it's not in their best interest, and number two, again, they're going to have to rewrite history, and that would just be too much for them.
That'd just be like generations of work.
Mm-hmm. And it is. And then they'd have to go back and then they'd have to look at, right, okay, so we were wrong with this. So how wrong were we with this bit?
And then you'll have to go through piles and piles and piles and piles.
What if all the hieroglyphs that they've got written down aren't right? What if some of them are wrong and they've been misinterpreting text for thousands of years?
Well, have you thought about the 10 plagues?
Yep.
The blood in the water. The frogs.
The locusts.
The locusts.
Yeah.
The flies.
Yeah.
And they say that God sent them.
Yeah. So yeah, to answer the question, I think Göbekli Tepe is about 15,000 years old. But again, I don't genuinely think we will ever get to find out. Sorry, I'm really struggling to talk here.
Okay, there's a couple of comments that have come through.
Yep.
Harrison has asked, can you give a shout out to Dan, Charmaine, and Gracie?
Hi, Dan, Charmaine, Gracie, and Harrison. Harrison, were you here for your picture? If not, I'll show it again. We started off the show with your picture.
Yes, we did.
It's going to be framed and put on the wall.
Yes, it is, actually.
It might be put there.
Or there.
Or there.
Or there.
It will definitely be put up.
The main thing that you need to take away from this is the fact that it will go in a frame and it will be put up.
It's our first fan art.
It is our first fan art. Apart from Eric Stitz.
Have you got any questions, Harrison?
Okay.
Wow, I'm really struggling.
Nana has said, James, Mika is so like you when you were young. So I hope and pray he grows up like you.
Let's hope not.
You're going to say that because you're biased, Mum.
And let's hope that, like...
I grow up like my mum.
Yeah. And let's also hope that... I'd be a very kind person. Like, I'm a
kind words, kind thoughts.
That's
kind
the best
deeds.
thing for me.
Yeah.
That's the best thing for me as well. Smiling's horrible for me. I can't smile.
Don't lies.
Susie has said, Mika for Prime Minister.
Yeah!
And Tanette
Good
said
shout.
the same, and he's probably smarter than the current one. So true.
But it don't take a lot to be.
I'm better than you, Theresa May.
Yeah, you are.
I'm the kid Prime Minister.
Okay, John, what do you think of Michael Lee Hill?
I thought you were about to say Michael Jackson.
You're not familiar with Michael Lee Hill, are you? Interesting. Very interesting. Some pretty far out things. But again, just because it's improbable, it doesn't make it impossible. And you know, that's his story, that's his thing. So yeah, I mean, always going with an open mind. Because you know he's been around for a while now. There's a lot of people that know him. I mean, I'd love to be able to interview him at some point. So
well, fingers crossed. We can.
Yeah, I'm pretty impartial when it comes to him, for sure. Oh, how's the other half, John? Recovery going all right, buddy?
Huh?
John's other half had an operation yesterday.
Oh.
So Just wanted to make sure that she was all okay.
Okay, K28 has asked, when are you and Mika coming to CLE or contacting the desert in California?
Well, that's
whenever
be
you,
lucky
whenever you pay for our tickets, really.
Yeah.
And the flights.
And
the flight and the accommodation, Mika's excessive food bill.
We'll be there then.
My coffee bill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the milk machine.
Oh yeah, 'cause you love your milk.
And my water machine.
You love your water.
And my strawberry machine.
You don't
now
really drink...
that one.
Yeah, you love strawberry. You don't normally drink like fizzy drink. Tonight's one of the only times that you really have a fizzy drink, isn't it? So yeah, no, we'd love to. Absolutely love to.
That'll probably be £999.
And the rest, that's just one person.
But I'm sure you could pay for us. We're famous, come on.
We're not famous. We're far from famous. Yeah.
Mark Trana, what is your favourite megalithic site in the world?
Rendlesham Forest.
Rendlesham Forest.
That's what I could
There
say.
is a fantastic one that I visited on the island of Malta, and it's actually older than Stonehenge.
Seriously?
I can't think of the name of it. It's got me stumped.
Wow, that must be old.
We went there, and that was pretty epic. That was very, very, very cool.
What did Tommy and Eve go?
You're a Stonehenge girl, aren't you?
Mm-hmm.
She loves her henge.
I'm a Rendlesham Forest guy.
That's not megalithic.
Okay, random question.
Random question from John. Yep.
Favourite Beatles song?
Don't know them.
Hey Jude.
Across the Universe, because that was played at my best friend's funeral.
Rendlesham Forest.
Yeah. Rendlesham Forest. You just answering everything with Rendlesham Forest. Yeah, Across the Universe.
Okay.
It's on the Blue Album.
Mark Trana.
Yep.
Did the Egyptians build or find the pyramids?
Oh, good question.
I'm saying they found it. I don't think they built it.
No. I'd go with that as well.
I think they were actually put down by aliens.
Yeah, and then the Egyptians found them.
Yes. But if you look, I keep on going over this many times, but it never gets boring. They always have a point at the top, don't they?
It used to be gold. It used to be made of gold, the capstone.
Now listen to this, of my theory.
Mm-hmm.
What happens if they had a beam?
The beam of light.
And it would go, for example, your one and Mummy's one. Bonk, donk.
Yeah, but you also think as well, if all's true with the Anunnaki story, and they were here to mine the gold in the first place, and we were created as a hybrid kind of drone for them, then by having the capstone made of gold on top of the pyramids could be some kind of significance as to them being responsible for making pyramids. Would that make sense? Because it was gold. So, but there again, I mean, you get a lot of people that look at the pyramids and see them as just like these step things, and they don't realise that once they were like pure flat-sided and they were white.
They were.
They were.
They were flat-sided ones.
You were. In fact, it shows it in Assassins, doesn't it?
Exactly.
They were flat-sided and they were white. So yeah, I don't know whether or not that was significant with them having the gold capstone, or whether that was just a total coincidence. But I think that was probably it. I think the Anunnaki probably played a part in that.
So that's probably why the pyramids turned yellow and they had no gold on it, because of the aliens. Boom.
No.
Sorted.
No. Wrong. What happened is, when they were making modern Cairo, they actually were taking some of the bricks and some of the bits and pieces off the side of the pyramids to actually help make modern day Cairo. That's why they're like that.
I'm better than Nick Pope. Yeah.
No, you're not.
I beated him once. I can do it again.
Okay, Nora has joined us.
Hey, Nora.
Are people in the UK open to contact ETs because of crop circles?
Yes.
I think so. I think it probably gave people more of a premise of the fact that something was there.
I do think people in the UK are open to disclosure.
Spin around.
Although it's not as
oh, you can see it.
It's not nowhere near as big as the US scene. Nowhere near, which is a shame, really. But yeah, I think we're open to disclosure and contact. I believe there's many people that believe there's life elsewhere. So no, it doesn't.
Wrong.
Even on a microbacterial level, it's still a life.
It's still a life form. It is still a life form, no matter what planet, what they are. They are still a form of life. So I believe there's many people. I mean, there's only a few people that have the very closed-minded. No, nothing out there. Nothing. But that's what we've always been told growing up, that, you know, what to believe, what to see, what to hear. That's the whole point of being awakened and conditioned, that you are told what to think in school. You're told what to learn. You're told how to believe. It's not until you become an adult, really, that you become more open-minded, and it's also parents' jobs to get your children to look outside the window, but don't tell them what to see. They've got to have their own minds, and we're great believers of that. We give Mika information, what he believes is his choice.
And what he studies, what he looks up.
Exactly. We don't have anything to do with that at all.
I mean, to further that on, your kids at school will always learn about the Apollo 11 mission. And I mean, there's so many of us that are now still debating all these, 50 years later, whether or not we actually did ever go to the moon. In fact, the t-shirt says it all, really. But by the by, you know, they'll learn about Armstrong going to the moon with Aldrin and everyone else. I'm really struggling. But yet they won't hear the Apollo 11 transcripts saying that there's something there, they're over here, they're watching us, or anything like that. That will never come out. But yet that is down on paper as a real thing that happened. That those words were said. Why were those words said? Why, you know? So yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Have your pets ever noticed any spirits? Not that he's told us.
Doug, yeah. Doug sleeps a lot.
Yeah.
Dougie just goes.
I mean, he's paws up next to Jim right now. Literally, paws up next to him.
And that's not me playing with his little paws.
And that's how he sleeps most of the time. Paws up. There go the drinks. Whoops.
And that's Doug. That's his favourite thing. That's what he likes to do. That's how he likes to lay. And yeah. So yeah.
He hasn't told us anything.
So, any mints on there?
Mm-hmm.
Jeff. Hello, Jeff.
Do we live next to any ley lines?
Oh, what?
I believe. Oh, I wonder what that was. The gas was just escaping from that. I don't know. I think the nearest ones are Somerset way, aren't they?
I think so.
Like Glastonbury way and all through there. I don't think. I'm gonna have to get back to you on that one, Jeff. I'm gonna have to look into that, mate.
I know we're not on top of one. I know that.
No. Don't know, 'cause there used to be an old say thing about the castle being built on a ley line. But again, I don't know how true that is. I never really looked into it. But yeah, no, good point. I'll look into that, Jeff.
Marcus said, my mother has been to Stonehenge. She had a sick feeling when standing next to one of the gullies.
Whoa.
Very cool.
Very interesting.
Mm.
He's also asked, have you ever visited a crop circle?
No, I've never seen one in the flesh. I've only ever seen them as graphic representations.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen it on Goat
Simulator. John has asked if you could travel to any monolithic site, which one and why?
Don't know. They're all pretty special.
They are, aren't they? It's hard to choose between anything in particular.
No, I'm going to sidestep that one, John. Definitely. Yep. I want to visit all of them.
Be lovely, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Who knows? If our project takes off, we could do it.
Nora, you are so trite. You're so right there. It just takes one teacher to plant the seed. So true.
Yeah, absolutely. Maybe Mika's going to grow up to be that teacher.
Yeah.
He's going to bring down the establishment from within.
No.
Yeah. No.
Kay has asked, do you like Mr. Bean?
Yeah.
Who doesn't? We got Mr. Bean, rather my mum got Mr. Bean Mika for Christmas. That was every episode of the TV show, every movie. Mika's even got the Diary of Mr. Bean in the book form. We love Mr. Bean. Mr. Bean is a winner.
Absolutely.
And
we actually had a bit of a mega
Bean night. And if you go onto YouTube and put in Mr. Bean episodes, there's one there and it runs for about 5 hours and it's every episode of the TV series. So I'm not advocating, obviously, going to do that. I'm just saying if you happen to look for Mr. Bean TV episodes on there, you would find that, and it is every episode. Next.
Mark, could the pyramids have been built by an ancient builder race, such as the Antlian? I can't even speak, let alone read. I'm getting all my words muddled up.
Atlanteans.
That's it.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I don't know, Mark. I don't know. So I mean, that is some serious feat of engineering and building. And when you kind of look at like the sides of like the blocks and how close they are together, I mean, even like with today's stuff, that's pretty hardcore. I don't know. I think until they find Atlantis and be able to get like a feel for the building work there, I don't know. It's just something about those pyramids. And if it's true what they're saying about Atlantis being in sort of like the Eye of Africa, then they're not exactly that far apart. So again, that could very well be possible. But again, I still don't think we'll ever get to find out, mate. I really don't. I mean, when they talk about like the possibility that they did have machinery back then, the big wheels to cut like the big granite stones and stuff. I mean, I don't know. I don't know on that. I don't know how I feel about that, how I stand, because yet again, they've not found any evidence at all. And that's it. We're just lacking credible evidence for any of this. And the longer we take in finding any evidence, producing any evidence, then this is just going to rumble on forever. Is it going to be aliens? Is it going to be Atlanteans? Is it going to be this? Is it going to be... We just don't know, do we?
We'll never know.
I just think with the way that everything was done, with regards to it being directly under Orion. You know, how can all three of those pyramids at that certain time of the year be perfectly in a line with the constellation of Orion? And the geographic, like, sorry, Doug, the geographic numbers where they're located, how can that be exactly the same as the speed of light? You know, the sacred geometry and everything within the whole makeup of like the Giza Plateau. I mean, I don't know, mate. There's something incredibly too advanced, even for a civilization like today. It's it's scarily brilliant the way that it's done, the way it's laid out and stuff like that. So yeah. So what have you got?
Mark, do you watch your own shows?
Yes.
I don't, but we did watch the one with Sabrina the other day, which is the first one I've ever watched. I don't like being on camera. I'm not a fan of it, and I especially don't want to watch myself on camera.
I don't like being on camera as well, but you've got to do what you got to do.
Yep.
I
So
beg your pardon.
that answers that one. Yeah, I don't, but we did the other day because Mika wanted to watch the Sabrina one. So there you go.
Okay, Mark again.
Wow. He's
Will
getting me.
Kelly's hair ever change from purple or blue?
Oh, purple or blue? I don't know. I like the way that it's like purple now. Purple now. How long till it's blue, Paul?
It was pink first, like she said.
Yeah, pink.
It was
pink. You see, I liked Kelly with pink hair.
But then it turned to blue, then it turned
It's
to...
purple first, then blue.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And then it went to purple.
Yeah, I've had a few colours. I've had bright red. That went down very well.
Yeah, but this isn't about you, okay? This is about Kelly. Get over it.
Talk to the hand.
Yep.
Okay, Pete.
Maybe we should do something and find out, do a poll. What colour should Kelly do her hair next?
That'd be interesting.
We pick Kelly's hair colour.
Yeah.
Green.
Would you look like a bit of a witch?
No.
A nice, bright, real vibrant, like cherry Corvette red.
Okay, we're not talking about freaking Corvettes, Dad.
She's got very fair skin, hasn't she?
Mm.
We're not going to
her out a little bit.
What, and Blue doesn't? Someone said she looked like a ghost the other day.
Or maybe we should put out 3 options. Green, Corvette red, or hot pink.
She's already done pink. Right,
No,
come on, let's get it out there. Let's get it out there. What colour should Kelly do her hair next?
Okay. Pete.
PDG.
When will your studio be ready to go? We've got a little bit of maintenance to do in the bedroom and a lot of building to do before we can do anything.
Yep.
So around about
We're
1 or
gonna
2
be.
years.
I'm hoping to get done this year.
Yeah, I'm aiming for summer to have it all up and running and ready to go. But at the same time, no point having that if I haven't got somewhere to broadcast to. So I need to get a few demos out there, and hopefully a radio company or something will snap me up. Or not. And then I'll just cry a lot.
Okay. Mark, which
yeah.
megalithic site would you visit first, Peru or Egypt?
Oh.
Peru. Actually, no, the Egyptians.
Yeah, Egypt.
Absolutely.
Yeah, hands down. And it'd have to be with Tracy Ash.
Huh? I'd do it with Bob Lazar.
Bob Lazar and
No, if aliens come, don't take me, take Bob Lazar.
Yeah, take Bob Lazar. Because if your ship breaks down, he'll know how to fix it. Yeah, always.
Kelly's actually agreed with going green, emerald green.
Yes! Get it.
She has thought about it.
Okay, thank you.
Right, so is that it?
That's all the questions I've got at the moment. Waiting to see if anyone else wants to put any questions in.
Okay.
Guys, if you want questions answered, no matter what it is, it can be random.
Yep.
It can
As
be
to
like
whether I prefer boxers to a tighty whitey or what?
Everyone
we do not mind what we answer. If not, then
we can
we'll
end
be going
it.
to bed early.
Yeah, we'll be going to bed early.
Woo!
And I'm really tired because I got up at 7 o'clock. No, yeah, it was 7 o'clock to see my bestest daddy go to work.
He did. He actually got up to come down and hang out with Daddy, which then made Daddy late, and Daddy had to really hurry down to work this morning.
Oh, well, never mind, darling.
True story.
Is it really?
True story, yeah.
See, I got up for Kelly's show at 3 o'clock this morning. And then went back to bed. Afterwards.
It's bedtime, yeah.
Yeah, we are.
Jeff.
Jeff.
Is Paul McCartney really dead? He's just gone home.
You see, there's a lot of people out there that say that for sure. I believe it's him. I looked into the conspiracy, but again, there's a lot of people out there that grew up with him that are still about that. What are you doing to my neck?
I love it.
That, still say that he's still the same guy and this, that, and the other. So no, I'm going to be quite boring and just say it is Paul McCartney, and he's had plastic surgery to stop him aging, and that's what I genuinely believe he has.
I believe
that too.
Mm-hmm.
I believe. What were we talking about again?
Paul McCartney.
Paul McCartney, he's a singer, and he apparently died years ago, and he was swapped with someone else who looked like him. But no, I genuinely think he's had plastic surgery. Yeah.
Mark.
Yes.
Is there any significance with Jimmy's necklace?
Yes. Mika brought it for me. Yep. So.
And I always say.
So yeah.
As Mika plays with it.
Yep.
It's either Daddy's necklace, Daddy's ears, or Mummy's hair that he plays with.
True story. Yep. No, the significance is the fact it was a gift from Mika, and I love it very, very much. So yeah. There you go.
It was originally just on a black cord, wasn't it? And I put the beads to it.
It was on one of those necklaces with the silver bits in that irritate my skin, so I had to put it onto this one to make so I could actually wear it.
And this is a true story. Ever since I gave it to Daddy, he's never taken it off.
That's right. Since I put it on, yep, I won't take it off.
Right, Nana's going to bed. Second night to Nana.
Night,
Nana. Mum.
Nan.
Mika's nan, my mum. Night, Mum. Love you.
Night, Mum.
We're probably gonna get a move on.
Pete.
PG.
Did David Icke talk about reptilians in the show you saw?
No.
No,
he did not. No, the one that me and Mummy went to.
No,
he talked. He was actually. He took New World Order and the demise of it. He talked plenty of Soros, and for the last part, it was all consciousness, wasn't it?
It was.
And I actually audio recorded the last hour of excuse me, the last hour of the show. So yeah, it was nothing like it was meant to be. I mean, we even got warnings, like, was it a day or so before, that we had to go in through another doorway because there could have been protests and this, that, and the other.
What's protests?
People being very loud and complaining. So we was expecting the worst. We really was expecting it to be like quite a heavy duty thing, but it was nothing of that sort at all. I mean, he did touch on how the world has become snowflakes, You know, everyone's so quick to dismiss or criticize everything, or everyone's just so offended by everything all the time. And I think to a degree that's correct. That, you know, a lot of people do complain a lot when they really don't need to. So from that point, it was pretty good. He didn't do nothing about Brexit, which was good because I'm sick of hearing about it. So yeah, but the consciousness bit was absolutely fantastic. Anything?
Kay's put a question on. I'm a little bit unsure. There we go. Have you ever heard of the failed Stone of Destiny in Ireland? It's supposed to roar when touched by the rightful king.
No.
How about the boy that?
What is that? It's not the Blarney Stone, is it?
Stone of Destiny in Ireland.
Stone of Destiny in Ireland. No, I'm familiar with that one, Kay. Jot that down. We'll look into that one.
Okay.
That's amazing. That. Why? We'll send Mika out. Get Mika to touch it.
What?
I don't know. There seems to be a lot riding on you in your future at the moment, Mika. No pressure, mate.
Okay, stop giving me so much under pressure.
I'm not giving you the pressure. The
Did
people.
you know?
That's what comes with being a public figure, mate. Lots of pressure. Mika,
Mark's adding,
what are you
isn't
doing?
it the Blarney Stone?
That's what I thought.
Send Mark over there. Don't send me.
Mark wouldn't like it. It's under like 100 degrees out there, so he'd like not be able to think right.
The Leah Fail is the Stone of Destiny.
Okay, jot that down. Yeah, no, we'll look into that, Kay, and we'll get back to you on that one because
Like you, Dougie.
we will definitely do another one.
Definitely do
I
another
like you
question
when
and
you
answers.
sleep.
Yeah, maybe another 6 months or so, but
Yeah, give it some more time.
Okay.
Well, at the moment, I
Is
don't
that it?
have any more questions. If there's any more questions, we'll give you a
Let's
couple
spin-
of moments.
let's
If
spin you
not,
round.
then
Let Sarah chat to you for a moment. Fill in a little bit of time.
your questions have been awesome. Some random, some awesome questions,
Right, little buddy.
and we appreciate each and every one of them.
We do.
We do. We love doing these questions and answers. I mean, it's been a while. The last time that we done it was when we was doing on Facebook, wasn't it? So that was a good 4 months ago. Remembering we've only been doing shows now for 8 months with the
Not even that.
podcast.
Oh, with the podcast, yeah.
With the podcast, we've been doing this for about 8 months. So you hadn't asked me anything where you were getting to know us all.
Then you
Well,
got...
the boys anyway.
Ha.
Then we were the Facebook as we were starting to get to know everyone. And now, obviously, you're more aware of who we are now and what we're about.
We're just normal people.
We are just normal.
We are.
Everyone's normal people.
So it's been lovely for your questions to come through. We've got a couple of others that have just come through now, so we will get to ask them. But yeah, it's lovely for us to answer even the most strangest of questions because you're still getting to know us in a sense.
Yeah.
Just like we're still getting to know you.
We get to spend all our Saturday nights with you. You choose to spend your nights with us. So
Or day.
Yeah. Or evening.
Or morning.
Or afternoon.
Dex.
Or
Australia, they're still waking up.
Oh yeah, of course.
In the middle of the night.
Was it like coming up to like 8 in the morning or something like that now, isn't it?
Something like that.
Yeah. But no, it's strange how it's gone, and like the fact that like everyone has kind of stuck with us as well. Like, and with like Kelly as well, us all growing together as like a team and as a family. I mean, you can always guarantee.
And progressing as well.
Exactly.
And to bring out Esoterica Street that we've got.
Yep.
Now. Which
will probably become our main platform.
There'll always be Fascination Street, and there'll always be Explaining Esoterica. But Esoterica Street is where we'll be doing the bigger shows with the bigger people, which
and
obviously
other stuff.
And other stuff that's coming up. So yeah, Mark is still in bed.
That's
nice
weird.
one, Mark. We'll be going to bed soon.
Yeah, he has got shorts on, isn't he? Because that's just weird otherwise.
I don't want to know. I do not want to know. I mean, it is coming up to 20 to 10 here in the evening.
And I am tired.
So, yeah.
Question for Mark. Is he going to do one of those videos for Fascination Street like he done for Jimmy Church? He's not?
No, he's not in shorts.
Oh, that's awkward.
You had to ask, didn't you?
Oh, that's really awkward now. Oh, it's all right. Maybe he's wearing pajamas, full pajamas, like thermal ones or something.
In Australia?
Yeah.
You're hoping, aren't you?
Yeah, I know. I'm just trying to...
You weirdo!
You've done it. You went there.
I'm just trying to talk myself out of unseeing what I've just seen in my mind's eye. Yeah.
You're a weirdo!
Turn the camera back around. Come on, we've got questions.
Right. We've got questions. We're back on. Sorry. We're having a son and dog moment.
Oh, Daddy.
Okay, Mark.
With clothes on.
With clothes on.
Yeah.
What is the worst channel crossing you've ever had, Jimmy?
I think the worst one was when I went out. I was only meant to do a nine-hour shift, and I ended up being stuck out at sea for 21 hours. During that crossing, I got taken out by a big stack of boxes of wine. Took me out in the back of the legs.
Ouch.
Got a couple of hours sleep, and then had to get back up and serve free food to a lot of people on board. But while I was stood in the shop doing bits and pieces, just everywhere you could just hear people being sick. It was so bad, so bad. Yeah, there was a lot of deck pizza. Yeah, it wasn't. Yeah, that was pretty horrendous. And I think we tried to do 2 entrances into the port, and the captain aborted both attempts, which left us then out floating around. And that was pretty horrendous. And I don't think we got off till it was Christmas Eve morning, weren't it? Yeah, it's Christmas Eve morning we got off. So yeah, that was pretty mad. So I come home, and everything that I was meant to do that Christmas Eve morning, I couldn't do because I had to go to bed. I was that ruined. It was ridiculous. So yeah, that's probably
part of work, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's occupational hazard. You know,
it
happens.
We don't know what's going to happen. High winds.
Yep.
90-mile-an-hour winds. They shut the port.
Yep.
And that was one of the days they shut the port.
Yep.
So no one in, no one out.
And like this evening, I mean, I was kind of late getting home to do tech check and everything with Kelly because we had a 40-minute delay getting in this evening because wind had picked up. There was a lot of ships in front of us, so it can happen, folks. But don't worry, we've got a standby backup plan. Project Sarah. Oh yeah.
Okay, Pete has asked, which of the latest F2B shows have you enjoyed the most?
Right, well, obviously, it's got to be the Fader Night, Dex and Lizzie. It's got to be.
Yeah,
same.
Yep, absolutely. A lot of the shows I have missed recently because of obviously being on a different work schedule now. But I am slowly catching up. I do get the app, pay for that every month, so I've got that, so I can pick up and leave it as and when. Don't have to worry about keep going on to YouTube to find. Oh, hello, what am I doing here? Finding where I was before and stuff like that. So that app, even though it's only like $2 a month, it's such a good app to have. And you can even download your favorite episodes and keep them in a separate part of the app as well. Yep. So yeah, Fader Night, Dex and Lizzie, 100% my favorite site, like for quite some time.
That's been amazing. That was just amazing to actually be part of that and see it.
Yeah, absolutely. To see it from that angle, and then for Dex to post the video and then watch it from that angle. And we even watched it on the ship as well. So all the sailors got to see it, and that was kind of cool as well. So yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. And there was two.
Kay has asked, where is your home? Is it near London?
We are 75 miles away from London. We are on the southeast coast of England, and we are the closest point to mainland Europe. We're about 21.7 nautical miles away from France. And we are in a county called Kent, which is known as the Garden of England.
And also Dover back then at not World War II was called Hellfire. No.
Yep.
Hellfire Corner.
Well done. Because we took a lot of damage during the Second World War because we were the closest to the guns in Calais. So yeah, that's where we are. We're in Dover, Kent.
Hellfire.
She asked because she's in Los Angeles.
Los Angeles. Los Angles. That's.
Can you buy me a Lamborghini, please?
Mark has actually said he sleeps in his undies summer and winter.
Oh, that's all right.
Okay.
Oh, that's it. That's the image of Tirana's twig and berries out the mind. Like that.
Kay has asked, do you like model railroads?
Oh, come on. Yes.
Seriously?
Yes.
Mika has been a fan of trains since he was
1 year
first
old.
able to speak.
Yep. Mika has an extensive, and I mean very extensive, collection of trains.
Whether it be from the wooden tracks, which he still loves to play with. He also has
Hornby.
Lots of Hornby.
Hornby is the big one in the UK. I don't know what it is over in America, but Hornby is like the classic one that like even our grandparents grew up with. It's massive and it's incredibly expensive.
Yeah.
I'd ask my mum, but she's not here in the chat room anymore.
But
yeah, even one of the double O gauge trains. I mean, you're looking at least a good like 100 British pounds for one of the trains just on its own. If you want sort of like the trucks and everything to go with it, you're looking at maybe 120, 130.
£10.
We're quite lucky that we actually live near a Hornby factory.
The main factory where they make Hornby.
So we're able to go over on special events like sale days and things like that. So we often go over, and that's only in Margate, which is roughly about 30 miles away. So
that's also on the coast as well. So if you've got a map of the UK, you've got a map up there so we can show people. Up there. The Atlas. Right. So, mind your leg.
Oh.
Here we go. Douglas, don't fall off the sofa, my love.
Would you like
Mark's asked what gauge is Mika's trains. They're double O, aren't they? Yeah.
Okay.
Double O gauge trains.
I love you, baby boy.
Jim's now going to pull down all the books from the book cupboard.
Real thing. So, I'm just joking. Right, shift your bum.
Okay.
Ripped it. Right, hold that. Let me move, Douglas.
Oh.
Douglas.
Oh God.
Come here. I got you. I got you. Right. Okay. So, Atlas. Where are we? Oh, I'm sorry, Doug. Douglas is not happy bunny because I've moved him. Are we near Lebanon? No.
We live near Hungary.
We're getting there, nearly there. Croatia. I know that place.
John has said, Jimmy, my wife is doing great. Had a phone call, laugh out loud. Behind, thanks for asking.
Excellent. Right, so here we are.
Ooh.
Geography lesson. This is the UK. And we are we are down here on the map. And this little bit of water here is the Strait of Dover.
Oh,
let's try and get it a little bit more better. Round there. You see it okay, Seth?
Yeah. Up a bit.
Okay, there we go. So, yeah, we are the closest point to France. As I say, it's 21.7 nautical miles.
And
I hope that's clarified it a little bit better for you, Kate.
And the Daddy's Brum Brum ship goes 7 notches an hour.
So there you go on that one.
Mark has asked, are your work colleagues down with the fringe?
There are a few that are. Yeah, there are. I don't know if Frankie's still in the chat room, but Frankie's one of my workmates.
I haven't seen Frankie in there.
But yeah, when I first started coming out with doing the show and stuff like that, it became very much a talking point. There'd be people at work that I wouldn't normally talk to that'd like come up and they'd be like, "Oh, so you do a show?" Or, "Oh, heard you do a show." Yeah. What do you think on, was 9/11 an inside job? Is it real? Did aliens really build the pyramids? And yeah, it opened up a whole new dialogue, again, with people that say I wouldn't normally speak with. So yeah, that was very, very cool. And it's surprising when you talk to some of these people, how many of them are still kind of in the fringe closet. They don't want people to know what they think, or they don't want to talk about it openly, but they know. They talk about it. And I won't drop any names. Yeah. So yeah, it's definitely a way to go. I know, and it's quite surprising to a degree, because I mean, as some of you know, I moderate a couple of sites, and there are quite a few people out there that don't want people to know, whether it be because of an occupational thing, or whether or not their family, they're keeping it from those and stuff like that. And that's cool. But I can't be that guy. I've got to be out and open about it, and hopefully, as I say, like again, about doing my show and everything like that, there'll be people that come on that tell their stories that will resonate with other people, and they can know that they're not alone. It's not the only, they're not the only person that have had that experience and that. So yeah, I'm quite prepared to let my big, bright weirdo light shine, so other weirdos can find me. Yeah, I'm really comfortable with that.
Kelly's just made a good point. Fun fact: if you look up on Google Maps, it shows Jimmy's route on the maps of your ship, which is the Spirit of France. That's Jim's ship with P&O. So yes, you can actually see the route it actually takes, and there is actually a one-way system.
There is.
Yes, there is.
One way over, one way back. Unless, of course, but the thing is, though, is it's really weird, because like sometimes we have to adjust our course, because where we are in like the busiest shipping lane in the world, and at any point where we are, there can be up to like 1,500 ships, and we're not just talking ships, we're talking massive ships. Some of these things are like big floating cities. They are genuinely huge container ships. And I mean, some of the videos that Mark shared with me recently, I mean, they look like rubber dinghies compared to some of the things we have to go past. They are massive. I mean, you've got big, like, ships that are like big car transporters, or like big heavy industrial things going through. It's not unusual for us to see a warship coming through, big floating oil rigs and things like that. So yeah, it's very dangerous for sure. So yeah.
There we go. Mark, does Mika have any scale electric cars and track?
Yes. Yes.
What are some of the scale electric cars?
Spin it around a little bit.
Enduro
Oh, you got
little
Star.
chase.
You need to explain what they are. They're Star Wars scale extric.
Yes. And I have a Darth Vader and a X-Wing.
You've got TIE Fighter versus X-Wing scale extric.
Yeah.
And you've also got the Endor Speeder Bike scale extric in you.
Yes.
But you've also got the original car scale extric as
Yep.
well, haven't you?
And you've also got the one that Grandad brought you, which was the Mercedes versus Red Bull.
And I absolutely own you.
So yeah, he's got one or two.
Case just put Jimmy Church lives less than 10 miles away from her.
Oh.
Would you mind going to visit him?
Mark
did
ask, do you know exactly where he lives? And just put sort of.
Well, if you know where he lives, would you mind knocking on his door saying Meek says hi?
Yep, I know where he lives.
Pete has actually put a point
Los Angeles.
to what you said. The rest of his family doesn't know that he's into the fringe and other stuff. Yeah. Some think it's the devil's work.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's, again, I appreciate that. And that's why I'd never disclose anyone that has the same beliefs or anything like that, because number one, that's wrong, and number two, you don't know what these people have to deal with. So it's very, very tricky to be in this community sometimes, not just because of everything that goes on or other bits and pieces like so, but there are people here and people's lives. I mean, like one of the groups that I've just started moderating, I mean, there was someone there that was quite open and honest that they don't want their information to get out or people to know that they're part of, and and you've got to respect that anonymity. Sometimes it's very important, for sure. So I mean, it's a big step to take, to actually come out and say, I believe in the fringe community. I have an interest in, whether it be conspiracy theory, whether or not it be ufology, whether or not it be metaphysics, whether or not it be spiritualism or anything like that. I mean, all of these things for so long. I mean, a lot of us here in this chat room are relatively the same age or of an older stature, apart from Mark Tirana. He's just really old. And we're all old enough to remember when even mentioning the fringe would get you like the loony cord or the tinfoil hat award or things like that. So yeah, and I think as we're going on and the more bits and pieces, I mean, I haven't always been overly nice about TTSA, to the Stars Academy, because it's always been kind of pushbacks at the start and a comedy of errors and everything like that. But we have got a lot to thank them for with regards to opening up a dialogue with regards to the whole of the ufology community. And I don't care what anyone says, that is a true statement. That is fact. There are so many more people that are talking about the ufology community a lot more now and more open and accepting. I mean, how often would you see news anchors and things like that talking about this subject without some stupid music, stupid comment, or anything like that? I mean, now it's actually talked about like a proper real subject. It's not all lunatics anymore, X-Files music and stuff like that. It's not like that. And yeah, TTSA have brought that to the table. And that is one thing I will always be grateful for TTSA for doing. Whatever they decide to do, wherever they go, whether or not it's a psyop, whether it's this, whether it's that, I don't care. The thing is, they've brought it to the forefront. They've got people talking, and that's the most important thing. So, yeah.
Okay, Mark made a comment of you English and your scale electrics.
That's slot cars to our friends over in America.
John said everyone he meets learns he's into conspiracies eventually.
Yeah.
Pete, although his Facebook profile does give it away.
No, I think it was the pictures of you on holiday at Area 51 that might have given it away a bit, Pete. Or the fact that you sponsored a Fringe show for so long as well.
Case bookmarks or go Betty Tiffany being built.
Bit harsh, but probably right.
I have just put a post out there. There's last few questions if there is any.
Okay.
Mika is going to be asleep otherwise soon.
Yep. We got to keep
Jim
going.
does have to get up for work. So if there are any couple more questions, if there is any, great. If not, then we will be signing off soon. So if you have any.
Well, we hope that you found out a little bit more about us this evening, because it's always nice to get to hang out with you guys, and have like evenings like this, because it's all well and good having like all the guests and taking questions from the chat room and that, but again, it's always nice just to be able to kick back every now and then and chat with you, because you guys make the show, and it's also nice to have a show which you're like a massive part of. And I genuinely can never emphasize enough how important you guys are to our shows. I mean, you will have certain shows and they won't even interact with their chat room and stuff like that. But we know, again, how important you are to us. You've made us what we are. Your continued love and support have helped us grow, given us the encouragement to be able to grow. And with that, we're going to keep going, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Throw some horns. Yeah.
John, great show, Mika and Sarah and Mika's dad.
Yeah, thanks, John. Glad you enjoyed it.
Great show from Kay.
Thanks, Kay. Kay, what site are you on? How do we know each other? Are you one of our newbies?
Right, see if she gets back.
Oh, I'm sorry, Douglas. The dog's gone into hiding mode.
Mark, how did you and Sarah meet and how long ago?
Well, she was working as a waitress in a cocktail bar when I met her. No, I was out for a night out with the lads, and Sarah was out for a night out with one of her girls. She absolutely loved the way that I danced on the dance floor.
So much so I was taking the piss out of him behind him.
True story.
And that is how we met.
Yep. It is. We've been together, 16 years this year?
We've been together 16 years.
Yep. Married.
We got married in 2005.
So we've been married 14 years this year.
Yeah. We actually got married the day after we'd got together
2 years later.
2 years later.
So we met on the 24th.
We met on the 24th of June, 2003. We got married on the 25th of June, 2005. So there you go.
Yep. And we already had a mortgage at that point as well, so we knew it was going to be forever.
Yes, we did.
And to be fair, we were kind of at that point where we've been together so long now that we know each other so well. So we've either got to spend the rest of our lives together or like we're going to have to kill each other. So awkward again. Kay is...
She's a fade knot.
Hey, Kay is a fade knot. Gonna have to try and find you. Oh, is it Kay as in Catherine? Good question.
Just put you should name your special something show. Like FDP calls it Fader Night. You should have your own name.
Fascination Night. No, that's too Jimmy like.
Show K28.
Be great if we had another one in there called K2O.
Hmm.
K28, K2, K28, K2.
She's got a Facebook site and Twitter, so you'd obviously know from that. Was Jimmy a lad? Yes, he was. He was actually out celebrating getting a football contract, wasn't it?
Yeah, we just done our football contract for the year at a local pub. And I didn't even want to go out that night, but I had to go out because I had to do that. And it was going to be like quick 5 minutes down the pub, blah, blah, blah. And at that point, my mates were like incredibly drunk. And they was like, you've got to come to the nightclub. I was like, no. Come to the nightclub? No. Come. Right. I'll stay. Couple of drinks, go home. And then, yeah, I met Sarah.
And I'd actually gone out as a last minute with my girlfriend after work. And I was the driver, so I wasn't drinking. So, yeah. And at the time, I was actually training to be a police officer. Yeah.
True story.
Yeah.
So anyone you saw, Mummy, you just go, you're a naughty man, you're going to jail.
No, because Mummy didn't qualify. No. It is what it is.
Oh, K28. K28 is a locomotive. A he, not a she.
Locomotive.
And the on Twitter, it's K28 DRG.
Right, I have to jot that down.
Can Jimmy drive? Only on the Xbox. No, he cannot drive, and I would never, ever let him behind the wheel of a car.
Don't know why.
I am the only driver.
Yep, true story.
The driver.
Yep. No, I've never felt the need to drive. Everywhere I've lived, there's always been very sort of like local. I mean, I'm where I live now. I'm like 2 minutes away from a bus station, 5 minutes away from a train station, and about half an hour away from a cross-channel ferry. So I've never really needed to. Public transport's there. Use it, right?
Until you've got a wife that can drive. Does Sarah have any handcuffs? Yes, many. Although none of official police stature ones. Because unfortunately I never actually got through the bleep test, which is what they do in the UK.
Awkward conversation to have with your child in the room.
Yeah. Thanks for that, Mark.
Oh, Tirana. Oh, Tirana. Mind you, it's not as bad as Kelly's show with CW Chanter and Stacey's panties. Oh!
What?
No, I can't go into that with you, sweetheart. I'm sorry. Just disregard everything Daddy's just said.
Facebook, you drive on the wrong side of the road. No, it's everyone else that drives on the wrong side of the road.
We drive on the right side. We drive correctly. Yeah, everyone else drives wrong. Apart from Aussies, they drive on the correct side as well.
Yeah. Have you always lived in Dover?
No, I moved away and I lived down in Eastbourne for a little while, which is down in East Sussex. It's about a 2-hour drive away from here.
3.
And that was pretty cool. I had a good time there. Taught me a lot about myself and a lot about the world and a lot about people. So yeah, no, that was a good time and totally recommend it. When you get to a certain point in your teens, just get away from everything, everyone, and learn to live on your own.
I lived in Deal my whole life until I met Jim.
Do you want to explain Deal?
Deal is a little seaside town which is roughly about 10 miles away from Dover. So not that far. It's actually pretty much the next main town along.
True story.
So, yeah, and I moved to Dover when we bought this house that we're in now.
Yep.
And it's where we've been ever since. And Mark, that question that you've just put, I'm not going to say it out loud, but one of the sets are yes.
Yes. Yes. Yes. Yes. No. Yes.
Okay, guys, I think we're going to wrap that up now.
Yep. On that furry bombshell.
On that furry bombshell. Thanks for that, Mark. We did say, remind you that we do have a 10-year-old here.
Yes, we do. Mentally, I am. Mika is actually 10.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So, Sarah, would you like to close off? Any final comments from you?
Awesome questions. Thanks for the questions there, Mark. Always great to have one person that takes it.
Yeah, that's why we love Mark. Mark's Mark.
Naughty boy.
We still want one of those videos made like you've done for church, Mark.
I want to know why you want to know about that.
We're not being put in your bank, are we, Mark?
Yes. See, we thought you sussed, Mark.
Yeah.
Sussed.
In your bed with your twig and berries.
Yes. Well, thank you all for your questions. They have been truly awesome to answer from all of us. Yeah, thank you so much. And we hope to do this again, maybe in another 6 months. By then, you'll probably know us as well as we know ourselves. So, it's good night from me.
Right. Okay. So, Mika, let's wrap this up. Do your thing on the dance floor.
So, tonight has been an awesome night with all of you guys. And I have actually really enjoyed my 2 hours with you. And it has been brilliant telling you stories that has happened to me. So it's a good night from me.
And it's a good night from me. Thank you so much. We will be back next Saturday with a guest that
hopefully.
Yeah, we haven't got yet. We have not got a guest for next weekend. But fear not. We will have someone, or if not, we'll have someone. Okay? So, good night from me.
It's a good night from me.
See you later, everyone.
Mark, you're wrong.